Hey there, it's Tom Corson-Knowles, #1 best-selling author of Rules of the Rich, and I want to teach you how to network online like a pro. The internet has revolutionized business, connections, relationships in so many ways, and still so many people struggle to build real, meaningful, valuable relationships in business, in life, online. And so I want to show you how to do that without being sleazy, without being scammy, by actually genuinely adding value to other people's lives and building your network so you can grow, expand your influence, and get more results. Whether you want to sell more books, raise money for your startup, make a lot more money in business, whatever it is you want to achieve, your network can help you achieve that. But you can't build a network that's going to be successful without adding value. So let's talk about exactly how to do that. And I want to talk about, why build your network in the first place. I think a lot of folks think, with the internet now, I can just start a business and, work from home on my laptop or computer or whatever, and never actually meet anyone, never actually, have meaningful relationships and still be really, really successful. And that's just not how it works in the real world. All success in business is about relationships. If you want long-term success in business and life, you've got to build some long-term relationships. And so building your network is how you can do that. And you want to surround yourself with positive people. I'm sure you've probably heard about, The Secret or the Law of Attraction, or, maybe you've read some personal development books about this concept of, surrounding yourself with successful people. And that's what successful people do. All successful people understand you can't have dream stealers and negative people surrounding you all day, every day, because they're going to infect you with their negativity, with their mindset, with their victim mentality. And so you got to surround yourself with successful people. And if you don't have successful people around you, if you're brand new in business and you're broke and you're trying to figure this stuff out, you got to go out there and build your network. And what this is going to allow you to do is allow you to make a difference. That's really what people want in life. You look at people who are successful in business or want to be successful in business, all of them, it boils down to they want to make a difference in some way. That's what it's really about at the end of the day. At the core motivator for most people in business is making a difference. Here's the thing, influencers that you connect with online, bloggers and podcasters and authors and successful people and entrepreneurs, they're influencers. And what does that mean? Influencers create impact. Influencers can actually get results. So, if I go to, a big health blogger like Ben Greenfield and say, hey, Ben, here's our new book coming out called Eat Fat, Get Fit. And, here's what it's about. And, it might be a good fit for your audience. And he actually decides to share that with his audience. We can sell hundreds or thousands of books in a day thanks to the support of an influencer who's built up an audience and built up a business and built up trust with people in that industry, in that marketplace. And so connecting with influencers can have a huge impact on your business, on your sales, on your results. So what I want you to do is set your intention. Now, before you start a networking program or start implementing what I'm teaching in this video, you want to set your intention. You probably already have an intention. You probably already got goals, right? You probably got goals to sell more books or raise money for your business or get more podcast downloads or sell more of your nutritional supplements or whatever you're working on. So you want to have that goal in mind. This is the goal. This is what you're working on. But realize that your goals are going to change. So your goal right now probably going to be different from your goal a year from now or 5 years from now or 10 years from now or 20 years from now. But your network could be the same, could be even stronger. So realize that even though you have these short-term goals right now for what you're working on, the value of your network is going to surpass these short-term goals. In other words, by the time you achieve your goals of selling 1 million books or whatever, your network is still going to be super valuable for you. It's actually going to be even more valuable for you at that point in your life because you're going to have a bigger network, right? So what most folks do is we get so focused on the short-term results. We get so focused on what our goal is right now that we actually destroy value in our network instead of adding value. And here's the thing, it's all about influence. What's going to allow you to achieve all of these goals that you have, whether it's selling more books or getting more podcast downloads or selling products or raising money, whatever it is that you want to achieve in life, you have to have influence to do it. We rely on other people. We rely on relationships. All the money that you're ever going to earn in your life, that comes from other people, right? And so we've got to be able to influence other people ethically and morally and legally to get them to do what we want, to get them to support us on our mission of making a difference in the world and our mission of making the world a better place, right? With your business, with your books, with what you're working on, right? It's all about influence, and influence is what you really want at the end of the day. You might say you want to sell more books or get more podcast downloads, but what you really want and what is really going to get you those results is influence. And so this is the mindset you have to have. Every successful networker I know, every successful business person I know who's adding value and growing their network, right? And that's the mindset you have to go into networking and meeting new people with, is that I'm going to add value every step of the way. If that is your mindset, you'll be successful. So what you want to do is you want to lead with value. The first time you reach out to someone, you have to be adding value to them. You have to be a giver, so that you can build that relationship and build those connections and give people a reason to say yes to you, right? What you actually want to do is you want to make it impossible to say no. If you reach out to someone and offer them something that they find valuable, that they want, that they need, they're going to say yes every time. And you can build that relationship using that mindset of always adding value. So here's a sample email script I use again and again and again every single day to make new connections, to meet new people, to build my network. And here's essentially how it works. You say, "Hi, Tina, I saw you're working on X. That's so cool." And then you can also add another paragraph in between, or one sentence that says something like, "I'm also working on X," or "I'm also working on something similar." Like, so for example, you were saying, "Hi, Tina, I saw you have, a great blog on, nutrition for moms. That's so cool. I've actually got my own blog on nutrition for moms, and I'm so passionate about helping moms, become healthier and also set a great example for their kids," right? Something simple like that builds that connection, that commonality, that you're both wanting to make a difference for the same people in the same way, so you have similar goals. And then what you're going to say is you're going to give them an offer to help them, right? You're going to offer to help them with something specific. So you might say, "Hi, I'd love for you to write a guest post for my site, and I'd love to share your message with my audience, because I know it would add value to my audience and also help you get more exposure for your work." Or you could offer to write an article for their site, or you could offer to interview them for your podcast show, or you could offer, to help them with, administrative work or something like that. Just find some way to offer something that you can give to them that's going to make them say, "Oh yeah, of course, obviously I want that. There's no reason for you to ever say no to that." Now, if you don't have anything specific to help with right away, you can just say instead, "Is there anything I can do to help you with that?" Right? "Is there anything I can do to help you with that?" Now, the problem with that is if you don't have anything you're working on yourself, and you just say, "Hey, is there anything I can do to help?" For the more successful people are, the more unlikely they are to respond to that, especially if it's a completely cold introduction, right? So if they've never heard of you before, there's no connection whatsoever, you just found their website and sent this message to them, they're probably going to ignore it. But if they've already some kind of connection between you, so maybe you're friends of friends on Facebook, or maybe you just added them on LinkedIn and they accepted your connection request, or something like that, where there's some kind of warmer relationship there. They probably don't know you yet, but there's some kind of connection more than just, "This is a random stranger emailing me." They're a lot more likely to respond when you say, "Is there anything I can do to help?" They're also a lot more likely to respond, again, when you make that connection with them. So you let them know that you want to make a difference the same way that they want to make a difference, or for their audience, or for a similar purpose, right? So that you both share this commonality, this purpose, this passion in life. They're a lot more likely to respond to that as well. I want to give you a couple networking no-nos to make sure you don't make these mistakes when you're reaching out to people. So number one, never say, "I want to pick your brain." Right? That is just guaranteed to someone to say no or ignore you, because they're, for anyone who's an influencer, who's, got a big blog or a podcast show or a best-selling author, they probably get emails like that constantly. And most folks basically are just saying, "Hey, I want to waste your time because I'm not willing to research this information on my own. And so I want to just, ask you all these beginner questions that are probably answered in your blog post on your site, but I'm too lazy to actually go find out about that." That's essentially what it means when you say, "I want to pick your brain." And so that's a big turnoff for influencers. They're almost never going to respond when you say that. So just avoid that completely. Number thing is, don't ask to go out to coffee. People are busy today. People are busier today than they've ever been before. And so if you want to connect with someone, first of all, you have to be able to offer value, right? And so the worst thing you can do is say, "Hey, let's go get coffee," and for no reason, for no agenda, for no purpose. What's the point? Who wants to go for coffee with a complete stranger with no reason, no purpose behind it? So you've got to make that connection and add value first before you ask someone to commit so much time and energy into what you're up to. Okay. The other thing is, don't say, "Hey, let's collaborate on something." Again, it's just so vague. If you just say, "Hey, let's collaborate on something," it could mean anything, right? And if you're a successful person, you've got a big blog or podcast, so you probably get emails all the time, people saying, "Hey, let's partner on this business or this opportunity, or you could do this together or that together." And 99% of the time, it never works out. 99% of the time, folks who say, "Hey, let's collaborate on something," and they don't have a clear purpose, a clear intention, a clear vision in mind, nothing ever comes of that. And so it just becomes a big waste of time. So people who are successful, they're looking for that stuff, and they're like, "Oh, that's a clear sign this person doesn't know what they're doing. They don't have a clear vision." And so it's not a good use of your time to respond to emails like that. So don't just say something random like let's collaborate. Instead, say something specific. Say something intentional. Say, hey, I've got a vision for, this amazing podcast show, and I'd love to interview you for that, right? Be as specific as possible. The more specific you are, the more likely you are to get a response. Next one is don't say let's brainstorm ideas. Again, it's just so vague, and it's not really the point. Like why would someone else want to just sit down and brainstorm ideas with a random person on random topics for no purpose? It doesn't make sense, right? So don't say something like that, because it's going to turn people off right away. And the final thing is don't say talk to my assistant, right? So if you reach out to someone or they reach out to you and you respond, and the first thing you say is, hey, talk to my assistant, right? Or talk to my team member. Unless it really makes sense to do so. Like, for example, if you're doing affiliate marketing and you've got an affiliate marketing manager full-time working on all your affiliate marketing deals, and someone reaches out to you and says, hey, I want to do a JV promo with you, then by all means, introduce them to your affiliate marketer, let them know you'd love to do a deal with them, make that really clear, and then say, hey, my affiliate manager will manage all that for you, and we'll take it the next step, right? So don't just build a relationship with someone who's brand new and then just say hand them off to your team member or say talk to my assistant, because it's really disrespectful, and most folks won't really respond well to that. Okay, now here's what I recommend you do. If you apply this mindset that you want to add value to folks, and you follow a simple script that's short, that's clear, that's specific, asking people or offering to help people, and you send 5 offers like that to help people every single day, that would be 1,825 offers you make every year. And about 10% of folks will respond to cold emails like this if they're well-crafted, good emails. You can actually get a much higher response rate if you craft better emails. But this is just a really low-ball average. If you get 180 new connections a year if you do this. Imagine connecting with 180 new influencers in your market, in your industry. Imagine how much of an impact you could have, how fast you could grow your network, how much of a bigger difference you could make in the world with those new connections. And it's absolutely possible. You've got to go out there and you've got to take that action every day to reach out to folks, to offer to add value to your network, build your network, and you will grow your influence. And with that influence, you'll be able to get any results you want, whether you want to sell more books or raise more money, whatever it is you want to do, that whatever difference you want to make in the world. By growing your network, you'll be able to do that. By growing your influence, you'll be able to do that. But you have to take action every single day intentionally to reach out to folks, to offer to add value to them, and build those relationships. So I hope this video has been helpful for you. Post your comments below if there's anything I can do to help you. Just let me know. And please share this video with other folks. Share it in Facebook groups or share it with your colleagues or business partners, because this simple system, this simple task of every day reaching out, offering to help people, having that servant's mindset will revolutionize your business, your career, your network, your influence, your results, and your financial life forever if you apply it. I'm wishing you an incredible day. Take care.